Welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Brief. Today we got another package that arrived. Did another order online. I don't know, guys. There's really something about ordering online that kind of now has me a little bit addicted. Of course, there's nothing like going to an LFS and seeing what you're getting and choosing it. But there's just really something special, and pretty much you guys that have ordered online know exactly what I'm talking about. Just something special about looking at something online, ordering it, anticipating it to arrive, then physically seeing with your eyes. And after doing my initial order of doing a coral order online and seeing that the colors matched up identical, I was very happy and very eager to do another one. So today we got another package here. It hasn't been opened yet. Luckily this one didn't have the same experience my other one where I had to go hunt it down at a neighbor's house. So what we're gonna open it up, show you guys, and put them in the tank and show you guys what's inside. So here you guys can see we have a box here from Legendary Corals. I originally heard about them on Instagram, would obviously always see their great pictures they're posting. So thought I'd head over and see what they're all about. So certainly I do have quite a few corals here. As you can see, the box has never been opened. Just has a great packaging here from Legendary Coral. So let's break it up. So there was a hole in the box. You can see here, it kind of protruded all the way to the bottom. Luckily it stopped here. I don't know if that's a vent hole for the heater. This little packet they do put inside. I think they did that. I don't think this was done on shipping, and the reason I have that feeling is because it's right under the heating package. So that's just my theory. So far the packaging looks really good. You got nice foam surrounding it. You got the nice peanuts inside. Luckily there is no water leakage from what I can tell. It's very well insulated. So as far as keeping the temperature on them, oh God, look at this packaging. Look at this packaging. This is above and beyond packaging, guys. Typically we're used to seeing the bags with the rubber bands or the metal piece. These are actually sealed. So there's no way these things are gonna leak. This is actually really good. Why don't more companies do this? Oh my God. It's not even a Ziploc, guys. This was actually sealed. How the heck oh, it's a bag within a bag. I was like, how the heck did they do it when it had water? But that makes sense, a bag within a bag. Dude, actually, you know what? How did they seal the first one? Whoa, this is really interesting. But why don't more companies do this? So there's two bags. They are sealed by them. So the packaging on this is incredible. 3 coral, 4 coral, and then there's one more little piece in here. Oh, you get a little business card here. Let me quickly open this up. We have here a decal. Obviously this is going to go great in my cabinet. We got one of their business cards here at Legendary Corals. Here's how you guys can contact them, either website, email, Instagram, or Facebook. I really like their logo. It's an octopus and a really interesting design. And then you get a little candy here. Actually, these are really good. I hate when companies give you candies that like nobody wants. So it's very good to see them giving you a candy that you're actually going to want to chew. So what we're going to do, we're going to acclimate. First, we're going to temperature acclimate these corals. So we're going to float the bags in the tank for about 30 to 40 minutes. As soon as that's done, we'll go on with the dip. As you guys know, I use the polyp lap dip, and I'm not going to talk about that. I have a video on its own for that, but we're going to dip them in there, and then we're going to literally put them in the tank. So, while all that is going, what I want to do is show you guys the actual online pictures of these guys, because it's a little bit to see here. One, they're stressed, and number 2, they're under really no lighting whatsoever other than our kitchen lighting. So let me show you guys exactly what I ordered from the website. I kind of forgot to really save the pictures here from their website, but you can pretty much see here. You can compare it to later on in the video when I show you guys. As far as I can tell, the colors matched identically from what I ordered. Really no complaints whatsoever. Really quick before we do float the bags, I want to show you guys in a little bit more detail the way they're packaged. So obviously one that I already kind of raved about is the way they seal these dual bags. I've never seen this done by anyone else. Typically they'll just do a rubber band or something like that. But the other big thing is they use one of these cups. And again, some companies do this. I obviously love the companies that do it. Why? Because it really tells you they go above and beyond to caring for the coral you're ordering. So what this cup does, for you guys that aren't aware, you pretty much slot a hole in it, put the plug inside, and what it allows to do, it protects the coral. So no matter how this frag or coral flips in this bag, there is no way it's going to get damaged. As you can see, it's in there very securely. You can do this all day. It's never coming out of there. So that's very thoughtful of them. And obviously, I'm pretty sure before they ship, depending on the weather of where the corals are going, they obviously take that in consideration. So in my case, it's pretty cold here in California. I mean, obviously a lot of where you guys live, cold to us is like super hot where you are. But it's nice of them to include this little heating pad that obviously keeps everything pretty warm. So lights are just coming on here on the reef. That's why you see a lot of this stuff closed up. But temperature acclimating the coral, for you guys that aren't aware, it's very straightforward. It's literally putting the bag inside. So anytime you do an order online, typically these corals have been without a heater in the water for roughly about 12 sometimes 24 hours. So my recommendation to you is to float the bags at least for an hour. That'll guarantee that the temperature, oh God, it's beautiful. Whoa, I don't know if you guys can see that, but anyway, sorry about that. That'll guarantee that the temperature comes up and matches the temperature in your aquarium. And once that's done, the next step is going to be dipping, which I'm going to be showing you guys, and then finally putting them in the tank. As far as dipping is concerned, I've obviously done a video of that in the past, so I'm not going to go into detail of that. But for you guys quickly wondering, I personally use the Polyp Lab Reef Primer. In my opinion, and I'm not just saying this, it's by far the softest on the coral and the hardest on pretty much the parasites or any of the bad stuff that you want to get rid of. I've used a lot of other dips. I noticed the corals take longer to open up. With this dip, you can clearly see the coral comes back to life again, literally typically within the same day. And you can, like I said, you can see pods dying, little worms dying, obviously if the coral has it. So I do that. As far as the reef primer, I do about a capful for this little cup, sometimes about half a capful per cup. You typically want to mix it with aquarium water. Then what I do, as you can see, I crack open the bag, cut them open, and just start placing them inside. I typically only dip for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. You don't want to go too long because you can stress the coral a little bit out. But yeah, typically 3 to 5 minutes, dip them in there. Once you are done, what I like to do is, in this case, take the coral off the little protector cup and just kind of swish it around in the water. You kind of want to keep the water moving, every minute or so, just to keep movement in there and to keep the water oxygenated. More importantly, to get the dip all around the coral. So if there is any parasites, obviously they fall off. Here you're really able to see the color on the coral and really compare it to the beginning of the video where I showed you how pretty much what I ordered. Starting off on the very back, we got the Gonzo Spicy Lemon, the LC Alien Poxyphastria, one of my favorite, the LC Cold Burn Favia, and then lastly, a Rainbow Chalice. Very happy with these guys. You can see they look like they're doing very good. So all in all, I really can't complain with this order of corals. So I gotta say I'm very happy with my order from Legendary Corals. You guys can compare from earlier in the beginning, that picture I showed with what was in my cart versus what I got here now in person. The photos are 100% accurate. The photos, the size. More importantly, one thing I didn't talk about, guys, the order was placed probably, let's say at about 11, it was about 11 to 12 o'clock my time. Probably by about 3-4 hours, I already had a tracking number, and they were here the next morning. So for shipping, these guys for sure do not mess around. I highly urge you guys to check out Legendary Corals. I'm not going to sit here and tell you they have every single coral. They don't. But one thing they have corals that no one else has. I mean, there's pieces I've seen on their website that I had never ever seen. So if you're looking for a company that has very unique pieces at an affordable price, you have to check out Legendary Corals. As you guys also saw, one thing that stuck out to me was the packaging. I just don't know why more companies don't package them like this. This is what I call going above and beyond, and we really need to support companies like this. They really deserve it. So please, guys, do me a favor. Go check out Legendary Corals. Browse the website. Who knows? Maybe you fall in love with something. Place an order. Share your experience with me. I'd love to hear back. If you guys do have Instagram, be sure to give Legendary Corals a follow as well. And yeah, I mean, I can't say anything else other than I'm beyond happy with what I got. This specific piece you guys see right here, I have never seen a coral as beautiful as this. This one here is the LC Coldburn Favia. I think between this one and the Rainbow Chalice are probably one of my favorites from this order. I mean, the Rainbow Chalice is very unique. I think it's always been something I wanted. The next hardest thing is going to be figuring out where to put them. I am going to have a video on coral placement coming up very soon. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. So thank you guys very much for watching. Again, please go give Legendary Corals, give them a browse, check them out, give them a chance. You will not be let down. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Happy reefing.